And now, each candidate will have 1 minute for a closing statement. And since we drew from lots in the beginning, we will begin with that same person again and go right in order. Paula Metzler.
Thank you. Well, there's no doubt that each of us up here is concerned about the environmental issues that are facing Penfield. There's no doubt that we all have good intentions. However, as your town councilwoman, I don't just answer to myself, my own ideas, my own opinions. I answer to 35,000 residents. And that's a very, very important, tall order. So despite, what my personal opinions may be, I still answer to the taxpayers and to our residents. I think we've got some great ideas. I'm a new town council member. My eyes are open, my ears are open. I'm open to all ideas. But ultimately, what's best for all residents of Penfield is what I will be looking to do.
Lynn Crawford, 1 minute.
I went on the website and did that footprint measurement. Did I call it the right thing? And I'm very proud to say that personally, I have a very low footprint here on the earth, and I like that a lot because I wasn't really working at trying to do that. It just makes sense to me to compost my leaves and recycle everything that I could possibly, even taking off those silly plastic things off of blister packs and recycling the cardboard part and tossing the plastic part. I think it's a culture change. I think it starts at the town. It starts with education. And I think our kids could do a great job of educating us better than just about anybody else. But we've got to stop the silly stuff that is so very easy to fix. If we grab the low-hanging fruit, how much farther could we get on the more difficult things? It's a great town. I love the fact that we've got an absolutely beautiful town. I want to maintain that. I don't think we have to spend a lot of money to do it. And I think our citizens want it, even if it does cost a little bit of money, because this is the only world we have.
Tony LaFountaine, 1 minute.
I think historically Penfield has been a leader in good government, good open communications, and I certainly believe that they have got the opportunity to be a leader in environmental sensitivity. We have done a lot. We may not have communicated or broadcast that as much or as good as we could, but I know through the efforts of Sabrina and Phyllis and all of the town employees, that's something that I think we need to move a little higher on the agenda. I think that synergy will continue to grow not only within the departments of the town, but also within the community. So I look forward to be part of that, and I look forward to Penfield being a leader in the environmental sensitive issues that face us today.
Margaret Trevette, 1 minute.
Thank you, Mrs. Borges, for a wonderful job moderating. It was not an easy task. I thank you all for attending. A green Penfield, that's what we have right now, but if we aren't careful, things are going to fade away into oblivion because of all the dangers that we put out there in the environment. And with people of my generation, it is a retraining. The children that are growing up today are learning it the right way. So that's the most important things to retrain people like me. We need here in Penfield to develop a policy statement to be specific as to what we're going to do, when we're going to do it, and how we'll do it. And we definitely need the input from the public. Without the input from the public, we're nowhere. So we're hoping that whoever is elected, that you will be here attending town board meetings or listening to them on the TV and give us your input. Thank you so much.
Steve Nazarian, 1 minute.
Thank you again to everyone for making this evening possible. My 2 decades in the business world have solidified something I learned as a small child, and that words are just words, but without actions to back them up, they have little meaning. My campaign handed out 1,600 reusable, recyclable water bottles during the 4th of July parade in line with the Monroe County Refill Not Landfill initiative. I've seen these water bottles all over Penfield at soccer games and baseball games, and I'm very proud. Our campaign chose to use the web as our main communications medium, dramatically reducing paper use. Our yard signs were designed to be reusable in the future with a minor alteration. And most importantly, and you may not be aware of this, my campaign will not be sending out any campaign postcards. As far as I'm concerned, they're wasteful expensive, and generally ineffective. The sum total of our campaign will consist of, with respect to paper, will consist of a single recyclable door tag and a business card. That's it. The bottom line is this: I'm running my campaign exactly like I will run the town of Penfield, with effective tools, financial accountability, environmental responsibility, and innovative ideas. I look forward to talking with you all afterwards and continuing this conversation between now and Election Day.
Andy Moore,
Sure.
1 minute.
Thank you. I choose to take a positive, proactive stance when it comes to the town of Penfield and environmental and energy conservation. Doing a nice CERTA audit here on our 3 main facilities. I've secured a $145,000 grant to pay for some upgrades, secured a $100,000 grant for some additional open space, 1,600 acres, 1,600 football fields of open space. We partner with other towns, we partner with Monroe County, we partner with the businesses, we partner with the schools, and we partner with the not-for-profits in trying to do our best to make Penfield a better community and a more environmental-friendly community. We do have an active green committee here in Town Hall in Penfield. They are going about talking to every single department on what we can do to cut down our waste, cut down and recycle more. Penfield is leagues above other towns when it comes to recycling. I've mentioned numerous ones before: household hazardous waste, drop-offs, and so forth. So I'm proud of that record, at all the same time keeping an eye on what is most important, that's protecting the taxpayers of this town. Thank you.
John Albright, 1 minute.
Thank you, Dorothy. You did a wonderful job, and you never skipped me once. Penfield, I'm proud to be a Penfield resident, and I'm proud whenever I get an opportunity to go to a county or a state training session to be part of Penfield. Very typically, what we have here in Penfield is head and shoulders above what everybody else has in Monroe County or in New York State. And as an example of that, we have a statute on the books that's called PEAKR, Penfield Environmental Quality Review. And from that was created SEEKR, which is the State Environmental Quality Review. We were so far ahead of everybody else in the state that everybody now pretty much follows what we were doing. Linda, help me out. 20 years ago? In the 70s. So I'm very proud to be part of this. And I think that there is more that we can do environmentally. And I think we're on the right track. Andy had a lot of good points that he brought out. Everybody had a lot of good points that they brought out. And I just think that we can do more and we will do more. And we always have to think creatively. The you.
Thank you. On behalf of the League of Women Voters, I'd like to thank the candidates for participating. And I thank the candidates here who brought me up to speed when I inadvertently wanted to bypass them or inadvertently skip their name here. As I said, I've never moderated a forum like this when there's been such a complicated speaking order, but I think everybody's done well.
Did great.
I would like to thank the audience for coming. The candidates will be glad to answer more fully any remaining questions you have at the close of this meeting. I would just like to say that the League of Women Voters urge everyone to vote in the coming election. The most important right we all have in a democracy is the vote. Remember, if you vote, you choose. If you don't vote, someone else chooses for you. Thank you for inviting the League of Women Voters.
One thing we should say before you all meet with various people, if you want, is we really owe an acknowledgement to the Rochester Regional Group of the Sierra Club. They made the filming of this possible, so thank you very much.